So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a tutorial on a fall look using something out of my comfort zone, red. I never really used red. I played with some red eyeshadows yesterday or the other day, and I'm kind of like, okay, I think I've mastered this. So I'm pretty much going to show you the look that I came up with and created with the red eyeshadows. I'm going to prime my eyelids, and for primer I'm using the Ulta Beauty Tinted Eye Primer, and this one is in the color Satin Blush. So for the transition color, I'm going to be using my, this is called the Lisa Frank Glamour Dolls. This is the color Heartthrob. This is a regular eyeshadow. It's a single eyeshadow. It's kind of a pretty brick red. Now with that eyeshadow brush, I'm going to be using my BH Cosmetics palette. Now this is my favorite palette. Well, BH Cosmetics period is my favorite brand. I really love their eyeshadows. They are very pigmented. They're very cheap and affordable. I wouldn't even say cheap. They're just very affordable. Yeah, I've been using them since I really started playing in makeup and experimenting. So this palette is called the Smokey Eye Palette, and this is how it looks. Excuse the ones that have been broken or fallen, that fell out or whatever. So I'm going with this pretty red color right there, and I'm placing it directly onto my lid area. Now going back in with the brush that we used earlier, picking up some more of that transition shade. I'm just going to go in and kind of clean up that little area there and make sure that the lines are not harsh. So to finish off the lid section of the tutorial, I'm going in with the BH Cosmetics and It's My Raye Raye Palette. Don't understand what happened there. It just rubbed off, whatever. Ignore my palette because it is a little beat up. I've had it for a long time. And I'm going in using this Tiffany color here. It's a copper color. Kind of just want to add a little extraness to it. So the eyeshadow brush that I used earlier to kind of apply my concealer, I'm going to use the other side of it. And I'm just going to place some of Tiffany onto the lid. So it's kind of going to give me a shine. So to try something a little different than what I normally do with my under eye highlight, which is why I didn't do it in advance. A little different in my foundation routine video, I said that I had an issue with my concealer looking a little ashy. So what I'm going to do is attempt to use a concealer that's like 1.5, maybe one shade lighter than my skin color. So this is the Maybelline Fit Me. I'm going to use this as my actual base, or I use this as my actual highlight instead. And I'm going to use this as the perfect opportunity to clean up the corners of my eye, get that sharp angle, whatever I need to grab or do. Oops, missed the whole bottle. Okay, and then with the flat side of a beauty blender, I'm going to go ahead and blend this all out. Now I actually like that a lot more. It just looks, it don't look as ashy now. So definitely going to be sticking to a concealer that is a shade lighter than me and not like 3 or 4 shades lighter than me. Like, that was a really, really ugly look. So now I'm going to go ahead and do my contour. So I'm using this Sephora powder. This is an oldie but goodie, like I hit pan on it. This is the color 65 Ebony. or dark ebony. So I'm going to use this instead just because I'm really not feeling the whole deep contour anymore. Like, I like it, but I don't like to look just real chiseled. So I'm going to use some of this powder. This is the BH Cosmetics brush. It's like an angled powder brush. So I'm going to pick up some of that. Yeah, I definitely like that a lot better. It's just more natural. Like, even when you do a dramatic look, it's like I don't really want to do a dramatic cheek. I don't want to look sick. And I feel like that's how I was starting to look with some of my contour that I was doing. So to finish off the eye look, I'm going to take a thin brush. Oops. A very small, thin brush, kind of like something like this. Going back into that red color that I used earlier, I want to pick some of it up and just sweep it across the bottom of my lash line without poking myself in the eye. Okay, so the lashes are on after about 3 hours of application. So I'm going to use a blush now. That's what I wanted to say. So I'm going to use a blush. And the blush is going to come out of my BH Cosmetics Blush Neutral. So this palette has more so of the neutral colors, neutral vibes, and then these are all blushes at the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and of course use the darker one because it's fall. Why not? Using a big powder brush, swirling it into that darker color. And you don't have to use a lot, so definitely be kind-hearted. Like, that right there is a lot. So just be careful with that. So for my favorite part, the highlight, I'm using the Revolution Makeup Revolution London. That's what I meant to say. So I think I'm going to use Spicy. And I'm going to use my finger instead, because I've realized that applying highlights with your finger, it really gives you a better payoff. So, yep, definitely a better payoff. So with a brush, small brush, I'm going to take that color, Spicy, and I'm going to highlight the inner tear duct. And then going in with the Cosmeholic lip gloss because I don't really want to do a matte lip today. This is just a really pretty nude color. It doesn't have a name. It's a sample. And I'm going to set everything with the Master Fix spray from Maybelline. So this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed the look. I hope it actually is pretty and it made sense to you guys. Like I said, I don't really play with eyeshadows like this. I don't experiment with the whole reds and doing things that's outside of like the darker tones or the neutral look. So this is something definitely new for me. So if you guys like this look, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you never miss a video. Hit the notifications, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.